Speaking of athletics, I remember many years ago I had come on the show where I was singing the glory of, Lionel Messi. And you were like, who?
Right.
Who's Lionel Messi? And then you mentioned some MMA fighter that I'd never heard of. And I remember your exact response. You looked at me and said, how dare you, sir? Let me flip it back to you. How dare you? So you are a Messi fan finally? You've come around to the truth?
Well, he's an amazing soccer player. I mean,
that goal.
There's no denying.
Okay, well, since I'm on the number one show in the
He's
world.
a wizard. Didn't they offer him like some fucking insane amount of money and he just said no?
Saudi Arabia.
How much they
A
offer
different guy just got offered $1 billion for 1 year.
Yeah, Mbappe.
What?
Mbappe.
What? $1 billion for a year?
Well, 330 of that is so that he can transfer to the team, and then 771 is for his services to play soccer for a year.
They're buying everybody, the Saudis.
And
Jesus.
LeBron said if they offered him, he'd fucking take off and play.
They have so much money.
But let me tell you something.
LeBron will become Saudi Arabian king. He'll be the king of basketball over there.
That's right.
What? That is so crazy.
Yep.
The December 18th, 2022 World Cup final. You talk about the power, the emotional power of sports, right? My family and I were sitting and watching the World Cup final, and we had the extent to which we were emotionally vested in Messi winning the World Cup can only demonstrate the beauty of sports, right? Because here's a guy that, right, we've never met him.
Right.
We're not Argentinian. Right. He doesn't know that we're alive.
Right.
And yet it's life and death for us that he should. I mean, it was so harrowing. I don't know if you watched the game, that at one point my son, who's 11 years old, said, I can't watch this anymore. I'm going to have a heart attack. That's the power of sports, that it can pull us in and it can make us truly tribal. And in my case, before you interject, it was kind of driven, my desire for him to win was driven by really a purity strand. It was that it seemed cosmically unjust for the greatest soccer player of all time to not have won the World Cup. So when he won it, to me, it seemed like the world is right. Beauty has won.
I get it.
Look at
That's
this guy.
awesome.
And I should add, what a guy, right? Humble, sweet, family man.
What's fascinating to me is, as happy as they are, the people on the other team that were rooting for the team, they're devastated right now.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing about sports. You can get so attached to what's happening that a loss is like really a loss.
Yeah.
Can't believe we fucking lost to Kansas City.
Well, in my first book ever, 2007, Evolutionary Basic Consumption, I talk about studies, not my studies, I was citing other works, that looked at what happens to the testosterone levels of fans as a function of whether their team wins or loses. Of course,
how do you test that?
Well, it's been tested. You just take salivary assays of fans as their team is winning or losing.
You can get the testosterone levels from that?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
now it's not surprising, as you would know as a fighter, that if you and I fight and you defeat me, your testosterone level goes up, my testosterone level goes down.
Like a video game.
Except what's happening here is that there is a vicarious endocrinological response. The fans are having the same increases in their testosterone levels or decreases as a function of their team winning or not. That's quite extraordinary. And that shows you why we become so bonded to our favorite players and so on. We are really going through this battle with them.
Yeah, it's really the case with fight.